Out of nowhere, I experienced something strange. My vision suddenly became foggy. 1 minute, everything was clear, and the next minute, foggy. And I closed my eyes, and interestingly, I see a video slide playing in my vision. The figure is playing on the swing, and there's a merry-go-round.
Thanks for tuning in to the Vibrant Soul Society. I'm your host, Baba Sam, the Miracle Man. Today we have a very special guest. Welcome to Kieko.
Hi, sir. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. For people who don't know, who is Kieko?
I have a dream in my 20s. I would love to fly a plane, but having glasses since 7, I thought that dream is not happening. My journey into spiritual awakening began at the end of 2018. But to understand how I arrived at the point, I need to take you back to mid 2016. One day, out of nowhere, my vision suddenly became foggy. 1 minute, everything was clear, and the next minute, foggy. A fog descended over my eyes, and it wasn't just a brief moment. The fog would come and go unpredictably. And naturally, I booked an appointment to see the doctor, and the doctor referred me to the hospital straight away. And when I went to the hospital, the doctor told me I have cataract in both my eyes. I was so excited. But the doctor said that, no, you have cataract in your eyes. And inside my heart, I feel like flying to the moon and jump up and down. I was so excited. After the operation, I could fly. The interesting part is when during my operation, and I asked this guy, is there any color in this universe? He's kind of a scientist background. He said, no, they can't say there's color in this universe. Our eyes can see color, but in fact, no one knows whether there's color in this universe or not. And what they know is there's wavelength. And interestingly, in 2020, when I have my operation, they have to remove the lens inside the lens capsule. So when they removed the lens, that was the interesting, because I really want to find out what will I see. And at that time, I don't see anything. I just see shades of lights and shadow when they remove the lens. That I felt a huge space around me. Even though the machine is right in front of my eye, and I can't see any object, I can't see any color, only shades of light and shadow. The unforgettable moment. When they put the intraocular lens, the tone of the lens is bluish tone, and my natural eyes is a more of a orangey tone. It's like at that moment, I have the thought, wow, our eyes is really very unique. And this surgery, way back in 2016, when the cataract begins, I knew that I will come to a point in time where I won't be able to see what's coming ahead of me. Of course, there will be a fear. So that is where I started. And when I do meditation, in the beginning, I'll just sit for 10 minutes. And after that, I increase the time. I'm able to sit more than an hour daily. Now, imagine there's an energy flow from the cosmos to me down to the center, and earth energy rising, connecting my body as a bridge where it connects sort of like the heaven. And when you do meditation, there's no wrong or right way. When you are able to sit still you are able to ground your energy. I know I'm grounded. And basically, it's like when I walk, I can feel every steps I'm walking. I'm aware of, each steps I'm taking. And also how to bring your dreams into reality. Many people, when they have dreams, and it's due to the fear, that is why they are unable to make their dreams come true. Or also because of the lack of discipline, lack of focus. That is why, they are unable to bring their dreams come true. Because when you want to bring an idea into reality, you need to ground your energy. You need to trust the process. You can't have fear.
Before we get more into this story that I'm just curious about, in 2016, you were starting to get some foggy vision, then you went to the doctor,
Yes,
say it's cataracts are developing, then by
yes,
2020, you had the cataract surgery.
yes,
Then at that cataract surgery, you just noticed with the lens, all this space, everything was different. There was no form, no definition. It was just blurry shapes and
yes.
being
It's
defined.
foggy. The fog, it will get thicker. So that, especially when nighttime, when I'm out, when I look at street lamps, there's a starburst effect on the light, and I won't be able to see what's coming ahead of me.
What I was just curious about though, when you start seeing all these shapes and things aren't defined, that sounded like something shifted within you. Is that when you discovered the spiritual practices like meditation? How did the spiritual
Yeah,
practices come into play when you started seeing shapes? What was going through your mind when you saw things aren't really defined when we don't have these lenses? Like you were saying, the eyes see colors, but the the brain is just interpreting wavelengths. That's why there's no color in the universe. It's just all energy and wavelengths. I heard the
mm,
mind described as a decoder of reality. That
yes.
was your spiritual practices in 2020 that what caused that shift within you? Wait a second. Without the lenses, it's all blurry and foggy. Was there something that sparked into you? What's going on here? And what led you into that
Yeah.
spiritual?
Interestingly, and that was somewhere November 2019. And at that moment, because I'm interested in remote viewing. So I took up that online course about remote viewing. When I was home, I went to sit and meditate, and I closed my eyes. And interestingly, I see a video slide playing in my vision. The figure is playing on the swing, and there's a merry-go-round, and on the right hand side there are those figures. They are doing the planting. It's like kindergarten. Their teacher, okay, bring them out to a garden where they can do planting at one corner. I have no idea what was that. I have no idea what is the meaning of that. Why is that this picture bring it in front of my reality? And recently I interviewed Daniela Lipton, Actuarian channeler. She told me all these images comes to your reality. That is a purpose. She asked me, have you ever lost a child? I said, no, I never lost a child. My ex and I decided not to have a kid. She felt perhaps in my past life, I did lose a child. And it could be that scenario is in my past life. Fast forward to around May 2022, I was having my meditation, and in my vision, I saw a baby boy diminishing. I have no idea why that baby boy came into my reality. When I told Daniela, she said perhaps the child that you lost in your past life. Now I'm in this body. I have no idea what happened in my past life. You get what I mean? And how this baby boy came into my appear in my vision. I'm thinking, what does this message mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. We look at past lives if we realize that everything
Yeah.
is right here, right now. There's no past, no future. Everything's right here, right now. Just a matter of shifting timelines.
Mm.
Boy is still here on some timeline in this moment. So everything is right here, right now. So there's probably a timeline where he was born and lived a normal life and that it's still with us. It's not separate from us. It's just part of our soul journey. But what is curious about as you're going here, so as impression from 2016 to 2020, the cataract surgery was a pivot point, but it was really in November 2019 before your cataract surgery. So
Yeah.
what drew you to remote viewing?
I was interested. I I think way back a couple of years I came across about remote viewing. It's nice if I have this ability and take for example, I have a plan to go to visit LA. So would be nice if I, view that place before I'm there. So I looked up on the internet and look for the info about remote viewing. Of course, it's like you need to do some exercise before, sort of like strengthening your muscle. But I tried, no, there's nothing, nothing comes. So I thought of, yeah, perhaps it's not come yet because it's, how should I put it? If it is not come, you won't get the specific gift. Interestingly, end of 2019, I got this gift. I'm able to sense another person's energy. You know tarot cards? Each time the tarot reader will say, someone can lie about their reality, but when you look into their energy, energy will lie. I got that gift. I'm able to sense one of my friend's energy. At that moment, I realized if I sense that person's energy, I know what's going on in that person's life. Of course, we won't be able to see the whole show. We are able to see part of it. We kind of like, we're supposed to see that aspect, but not everything. And that aspect will come to us. Yeah, how all this energy work is really is a mystery because it's not everything that we are able to see. Not everything we are able to feel. There's only certain aspect.
Yeah, it's a matter of practice. No one is special, no one is gifted. We all have this ability because we are spirit. Are you practicing those abilities? A part of you always knew how to remote view, but you had to learn how to actually put this in practice.
I guess it's like learning driving because perhaps we all know maybe at cellular level we know how to operate, but yeah, when it comes to how to say our soul comes into this body, we need to relearn certain things, certain skills.
How do I put this into place? How do I visualize Los Angeles actually being there? We all have the innate ability if we can simply take a course or do meditation or whatever it may harness that ability practice. That's why some people are good with tarot and some are not. It's a matter of
Mm.
skill and practice.
Intuition, intuition. Everybody's intuition level is different,
Yeah, yeah,
and
you make a good point that everyone has intuition, but it's a matter of practice, especially about
mm,
trusting yourself. With intuition,
yeah,
it really is about self-trust. Are you trusting that information? Mind interfering with that and causing doubts or bias
yeah.
information to a
But
certain narrative.
true, we never know, and like Yeah, a very simple example is, those cards, they have those waves or stars, and you make a guess. And if a person is very intuitive, that person able to guess what is the figure in the card. If someone, the intuitive level is not there, that person won't be able to make a guess.
Well, that's the thing is guessing is from the mind, intuition is a knowing from our soul.
Yeah.
You have to harness that ability from the soul because we've all seen people in their mind guessing what things mean and not really feeling the real meaning. It's difficult because I also do readings and things of that nature. And spirit likes to play Pictionary with me. They'll show me pictures and images, and I have to interpret. What does this mean? Okay, I'm seeing it.
Are you able to receive that interpretation?
Yeah, I was reading for somebody the other day, and I was seeing an anthill. Anthills are all about networking, cooperation, working together, and
Mm,
trying to make sense of why they're showing that and how it fits into their journey. We all have these abilities to get these images if we're quiet and we
yeah.
still. We blend with that person's energy and get a feel for what they're experiencing so they get clarity.
Yeah, I remember in 98, I was working at Novation, where it's a multimedia company that they produce a children's CD. And one of my ex-colleague, she is very intuitive. Each time she'll get a message, and she will wait for the answer, what the answer means. And there was once I told her, I said, in my dream appears a comb. And what does that mean, comb? She told me comb means a bridge. So basically, it's like this bridge, you are going to help this person bring across a message or certain information. So that is why, that comb appear in my vision. And yeah, I mean, how to get to that intuitive level, I'm not sure whether is it every one of us have a special gift.
No,
And
it's
it is,
that I really don't like that people say we have a special gift. That really discounts the fact that we're all spirit, that we're all
mm,
soul, we're always connected to all that is. It's a matter of harnessing that ability and getting rid of the mental interference. The more you meditate, the more the mind becomes still, the more your intuition will come online. If you
mm,
start learning to be a tarot reader or a psychic card reader, you'll start learning to tap into this greater expanse of
mm,
energy. And then that will also is more practice to open up those abilities even more. It's all practice. It's like when we're toddlers, we don't know how to walk, but through
yeah,
practice, we learn how to walk. It's the same
true.
thing with all these intuitive gifts.
Yeah, it's really interesting to have this gift. But on the other side, I'm not sure how to put it. There was one time where my ex is actually coming home from work. There was, yeah, around somewhere around 11, and somehow my phone, I was put to charge, and I off it. And somehow, I don't know, something telling me to on the phone. It seems like there's something, or there's a spirit telling me to on the phone. So I received my ex husband's call saying he was in an accident. Shock. I off my phone. And 1 minute or 2 minutes later, I thought, yeah, perhaps I need to look up something. So I on my phone and I received the call. I guess it's like the spirit is next to me, giving me that signal, so the message will reach me. It's interesting how when you are connected, 'cause we are online, we'll get the message or downloads, whatever. At times I also get pictures, a vision, but I have no idea what is the meaning.
Can be a little confusing to interpret when they're giving these images or insights.
Yeah,
It gets a little confusing trying to make sense of things. Really
yeah.
curious when we began, you talked about a dream that you had. Was that a dream of flying a plane? How did this come to be? Because you wrote a book about that, The
Yeah.
Housewife.
If cataract never happened, I won't be able to fly because it's like I had glasses since 7 years old. But I have cataract and I was like, wow, I'm able to fly. Then I received a message saying that no, you have to start business. So I went for the basic course. And after that, then I received a message saying I cannot go flying straight away. I have to listen to the guidance. I can't say, I want to do it my way. There's no way I can do it my way. So now I took from 20 to now having a crash course of how to be in business. And so now I'm taking step by step to step out because I'm launching my course very soon. We'll see how things unfold. This time is big because a number of people they will have that huge shift because I have to relocate very soon. Not only me facing this relocation, I have to shift from Netherlands to Singapore.
Mm, which is
Yes, it is a big shift, and yeah, because right now is like we're entering Aquarius age, and Aquarius is all about community support and perhaps the masculine energy has been way too long in the universe where that is why they were saying that now is the feminine energy rising and also stepping into the Aquarius age where people aware of who they are at a core level. We come here on earth, there is a reason why we come here. It's not for nothing that we are here. Life is not exactly a smooth sailing pathway. There's a lot of challenges going on. And take, for example, financial abundance. Not everyone will reach that level in financial abundance because every one of us, we are here for a different purpose. It's like not everyone will be a fireman, not everyone will be a teacher. If everyone be a fireman, then there's no scientist, there's no artist.
Yep, we all have different skills. Go back a
Yeah.
little bit. So you can never become a pilot because you had to have a certain amount of flight hours and other credentials you didn't
Yes,
have.
I went for the basic training course and at the time, yeah, I get to train in the simulator. I remember one conversation with one of the girl that I knew from a rock climbing group. We connected and then she told me she also loved to fly, but she is afraid of dying. If someone is afraid to die, it's not ideal because our mind is very powerful. Whatever your mind is thinking, you bring that scenario into your reality. And depending on how powerful it is, if your thought is very powerful and you are able to bring that, take for example, someone is afraid of having accident, and that person is actually attracting that accident to happen. There's no coincidence when you talk about energy. When it comes to energy level, you need to feel you are in abundance, then you are able to attract that abundance. If you feel fear, you feel lack, you're attracting the lack and the fear to you. And many people find it difficult to adjust that state. Because like when you look at the graph designed by David Hawkins, the 3D and the 4D and vibration, you are able to tell you're on which level's vibration when you're outside. Outside, I think when you go outside, it will be easier to tell because it's like you see what comes into your reality.
We're creating our reality based on our vibration. What are
Yeah,
we? Are we in place of fear, doubt, worry? The universe will give us more of that. Of
yeah,
happiness, we'll get more of that. Like attracts like. So it's really
yes.
interesting. What's the business you started?
When the universe arrange things for us, everything does its own timing. We can't rush things
Mhm.
because there's no destination, just a journey. So we can't rush things. It is like a flower. When the flower bloom, the flower got its own timing to open up. I have no idea, how will everything unfold. I'm just waiting to see what unfolds in my reality. Take, for example, this relocation. I know this relocation will happen. What I never know is when everything is like, unfolding and it will come perfect alignment.
Everything comes in perfect timing. Mind doesn't like
Yes.
it. The mind will protest. The mind wants to hurry up. Everything's
Yes.
delivered when it needs to be delivered.
Yes. Being a president, I don't think it's a coincidence.
No, there's
That
no
he'll
mistakes in the
become a
universe.
yes, I mean, he'll become a second term. He become president. No, I don't think it's a coincidence.
No, it's exactly what we need for our growth. The universe will always give you what you need for your growth.
There's one thing I admire when I watched the documentary about him before he become a president, and when his kid was small, whenever they call him, he will pick up the call. That is something I really respect. Not many parents they will do that when they are having meeting.
That's the way that's what I heard about Trump. He'll call his kids, he'll call his grandkids. Never too
Yeah,
busy for family. That's a really important lesson. He's
yeah,
never too busy.
yeah. This is something I admire about him. He will never neglect family.
Yeah. As we're starting to wrap up here, what's one piece of nugget you would impart onto the audience that you've learned throughout your life?
It's possible to make your dreams come true. You need discipline, set your goal, and give yourself that challenge. You are able to bring your dreams into reality. And the most important thing is pray, ask, and believe.
Mm, perfect. Believe and have faith in yourself. So how can people
Yes.
reach out to you if they want to contact you?
From housewife to pilot in Facebook, Instagram, and my website from housewifetopilot.com.
Thank you for joining us. It was very interesting today. Thank you again, Kiko.
Thank you. I'm grateful